Jubilees chapter 8, verses 1 through 12. In the 29th Jubilee, in the first week, in the beginning thereof, Araphat took to himself a woman, and her name was Rasuiyah, the daughter of Shushan, the daughter of Elam, and she bore him a son in the 3rd year in this week, and he is called his name Kenan. And the son grew, and his father taught him writing, and he went to seek for himself a place where he might seize for himself a city. And he found a writing which a former generation had carved on a rock, and he read what was thereon, and he transcribed it and sinned owing to it, for it contained the teaching of the watchers, in accordance with which they used to observe the omens of the sun and the moon and the stars and all the signs of heaven. And he wrote it down and said nothing regarding it, for he was afraid to speak to Noah about it, lest he should be angry with him on account of it. And in the 13th Jubilee, in the 2nd week, in the 1st year thereof, he took to himself a woman, and her name was Milcah, and the daughter of Madai, and the son of Japhat. And in the 4th year he begat a son, and he called his son Shelach, for he said, Truly I have been sent. And in the 4th year he was born, and Shelach grew up, and took to himself a woman, and her name was Mukah, and the daughter of Kisaid, her father's brother. And 13th Jubilee, in the 5th week, and in the 1st year thereof, and she bore him a son in the 5th year thereof, and he called his name Eber. And he took to himself a woman, and her name was Azurad, the daughter of Nebrod. And in the 32nd Jubilee, in the 7th week, in the 3rd year thereof, and in the 6th year thereof, she bore him a son, and he called his name Peleg. For in the days when he was born, the children of Noach began to divide the earth amongst themselves, for the reason he called his name Peleg. And they divided it secretly among themselves, and told it to Noach. And it came to pass in the beginning of the 33rd Jubilee that they divided the earth into 3 parts, for Shem, Cham, and Shaphat, according to the inheritance of each, in the 1st year and in the 1st week, when one of us who had been sent was with them. And he called his sons, and they drew nigh to him, and their children, and he divided the earth into lots, which his 3 sons were to take possession. And they reached forth their hand, and took the writing out of the bosom of Noah their father.